Hello everyone, it's Kim here. Today I'm going to be looking at the Essential Speaking class, and let me introduce today's textbook. This is the textbook that we're going to be using this term. It's called Talk Time 2, and basically it's the blue one. Now remember, the essential level is the blue book, and if you're doing the junior speaking level, it's the green book. Okay, so let me explain about this book. There are 12 units in this textbook, and basically, let me just show you here. There are 12 units altogether. Now each unit has 2 lessons. So as you can see in the first one, unit 1, we have jobs and daily activities. So the first week we'll do jobs, and then week 2 we'll be doing daily activities. Then week 3 we'll be doing current activities, and week 4 feelings, and so on. Okay, so basically this is for one semester. Okay, so let's have a look at the first one today. We're going to be looking at week 1, which is looking at jobs. Okay. So let me go through the main points of this unit. Let's have a look here. So we're looking at jobs, and the main grammar point here is WH questions. Okay. And as you can see, there are 8 WH questions. Of course, the main ones you've learnt at school: what, when, why, where, and who. And you have the 3 extra, which is which, how, and whose. Okay, but the 5 main ones are basically the 8, but the 5 main ones we use here. Okay, then another thing to look at is they're going to introduce the different job names. Now, just something I want to point out in regards to recently what's happening with, or when you study English in regards to jobs. Okay, we have gender specific terms. So for example, on the bottom here, so for example, job names for males, for men, for example, policeman, actor, and waiter. And for female, policewoman, actress, and waitress. However, times have changed now. We don't use these words anymore, these gender specific terms. Now we're starting to use these gender neutral terms. Okay, so for example, a policeman and policewoman is now used, we commonly say now police officer. Basically, you can use for both men and women. Same thing as for an actor and actress, we use actor. Actor can be used for both men and women. And the same thing with waiter and waitress. Okay, so we used to call a male a waiter and a female waitress. Now we call them a server. Okay, so times have changed now. So basically, we tend to use more gender neutral terms. Okay, so just be careful of those. Okay, so anything with man or woman we don't use anymore. Now we tend to use gender neutral terms. Okay, now some of the vocabulary on page 1. They will introduce basically, I think there's 12 different jobs that they'll introduce you to. So let's have a look at these jobs there. So you've got an actor. An actor is someone who performs in a play or in a movie. Okay. Next, you've got a dentist. A dentist is someone who helps to clean your teeth. Okay. And next, we have a chef. A chef is someone who cooks or prepares meals. Okay. A salesperson. A salesperson is someone that sells something. A teacher, like me, who teaches you English. Someone who will teach you something. Then we have a musician. A musician is a person who plays a musical instrument. Okay. Then we have a tour guide. Okay. A tour guide is someone who takes people to interesting places or sightseeing places, mainly for tourists. Okay. A pilot is a person who flies an airplane. Computer programmer. Okay, computer programmer is someone who writes programs, computer programs. For example, if you're looking for new applications for smartphones or applications for your computer. Okay, a web designer is someone who helps to design your web page or helps you maybe make your own blog. Okay. Then there are a couple of new words here. There, some of you may not know. An accountant. Okay, an accountant is someone who uses a calculator every day, and they are in charge of a company's finances, how much money is coming in, how much money is coming out. So basically their job is around finance. Okay, and the last one is an architect. Now, difficult word to pronounce. Okay, it's pronounced architect. Okay, architect. An architect is a person who designs houses. So if you want to build a new house or build a new building, you talk to an architect and he'll help you to design it. Okay, so those are the 12 words there. Okay, and moving on, so let's have a look. Of course, we're talking about jobs. Okay. So let's look at now. If we ask someone about a job, so if you look at the top there, we have job. Now there are basically 3 different ways to ask someone about their job. Okay, so the most common are the first 2. For example, what is your job, or what do you do? Okay. Another one is, third one is, what is your occupation? This is also popular too, but it's a very formal expression. So most people tend to say, what is your job, or what do you do? But if you're in a formal situation, meeting someone for the first time, they may say, what is your occupation? Okay, so there are 3 different ways that you can ask someone about their job. Of course, if you're talking to a female, if you're talking about a female, you might say, what is her job, what does she do, or what is her occupation? And the same for men. On the other side, you have what is his job, what does he do, what is his occupation? Okay, so let's go to this listening section here. Okay, so listen carefully. Okay, I'm going to talk about 3 jobs. Okay, I'm going to read 3 jobs out to you, and please guess which job that I'm talking about. Now there are basically three jobs, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so listen carefully. I'll read 3 jobs out, and then please tell me which job do you think it is. Okay, so let me put those jobs again. So as we have these 12 jobs, as we mentioned before, we have actor, dentist, chef, salesperson, teacher, musician, tour guide, pilot, computer programmer, web designer, accountant, and architect. Okay, so listen carefully. This is job number 1. Okay, please guess which job it is. Number 1. I really like my job because I like to travel. I enjoy taking people on sightseeing tours. I get to visit museums and a lot of interesting places. And I also eat the local food of the places I visit. Okay, one more time. I really like my job because I like to travel. I enjoy taking people on sightseeing tours. I get to visit museums and a lot of interesting places. I also eat the local food of the places I visit. Okay, which one was it? That's number 1. Okay, number 2. Listen carefully to number 2. Which job am I talking about? Number 2. My job is wonderful. I get to play beautiful music every day. And I often go on tour with the orchestra. And I have concerts in many different places. I carry my musical instrument everywhere with me. Okay, one more time. My job is wonderful. I get to play beautiful music every day. And I often go on tour with the orchestra. And I have concerts in many different places. I carry my musical instrument everywhere with me. Okay, okay, number 3. Listen carefully. Number 3 is a little difficult. Okay, here's number 3. I like to make people's dream of a perfect home come true. I listen to what people want in their home and design it. I see their home grow from nothing into a beautiful building. One more time. I like to make people's dream of a perfect home come true. I listen to what people want in their home and design it. I see their home grow from nothing into a beautiful building. Okay, so those are 3 jobs. Okay, if you're trying to figure out what they are, okay, let me go through the answers. Okay. Okay, If you guessed number 1 is a tour guide, you're correct. Okay. Tour guide is because they said, I really like to travel. I enjoy taking people on sightseeing tours. I get to visit museums and a lot of interesting places. Okay. And number 2, if you chose number 2 as a musician, that's correct. Okay. My job is wonderful. I get to play music every day. I often go on tour of the orchestra and have concerts in many different places. I also carry my musical instrument with me everywhere. Okay. Number 3, it was a difficult one, but if you chose architect, that's correct. Okay. Architect, I like to make people's dream of a perfect home come true. I listen to what people want in their home and design it. I see their home grow from nothing into a beautiful building. Okay, so that's 3 examples of jobs there. Number 1, tour guide. Number 2, musician. And number 3, architect. Okay. Okay, let's move on and we go to the next page. Okay, so let's have a look here. Okay, now we go to page 2 and so have a look at the number 2. Okay, and what we have here is basically we're looking at WH questions. Okay, that's the main grammar point of Unit 1. Basically WH questions. As I mentioned before. We had basically 5 WH questions, the 5 main ones, and then the 3 others. Okay, so let's have a look at these WH questions. Now, in the textbook, they cover basically WH questions with the verb be. Okay, as an example here, we have, what is your favorite food? Okay, and my favorite food is fried chicken. Okay, so using the WH question with the be verb. The next one, where are you from? Okay, and I'm from Osaka. Third one, how old are you? I'm 25 years old. Next one, what are your hobbies? Okay, my hobbies are swimming and singing. Okay, so these are WH questions with the be verb. Okay, now you can also have WH questions with other verbs. Okay, as example here we have what school do you go to? Okay, I go to the Palmore Institute. Okay, how do you like it? Okay, the verb like, how do you like it? I like it very much. Okay, and the last one, what company do you work for? Okay, so basically what company do you work for means your company's name. Okay, so what company do you work for? And I work for ABC Company. Okay, so as you can see there are basically WH questions with the be verb and WH questions with other verbs. Okay, so that's the main grammar point that's covered in the textbook. Okay, so let's have a look now at a conversation. Okay. This is on page 2. This is a similar conversation on page 2 of the textbook. Okay, so let's have a look at this conversation together. Okay, so we have 2 people talking. Basically, we have Mike and Junko. Let's have a look at this conversation. Okay, so on page, similar to page 2, not exactly the same, but similar. Hello, my name is Mike. What's your name? Oh, hello, Mike. My name is Junko. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. What do you do, Mike? I'm a chef at the Park Royal Hotel. Oh, really? What kind of food do you cook? I cook all kinds of Italian food. And you? What do you do? I'm a tour guide. I work for JJB. Okay? Okay, so that's an example of a conversation. Okay, we have basically Mike and Junko. Hello, my name is Mike. What's your name? Okay, so WH question with the be verb. Then, hello, Mike. My name is Junko. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. What do you do, Mike? Okay, so as you can see, we have another WH question. I'm a chef at the Park Royal Hotel. Oh, really? What kind of food do you cook? Okay, this is the WH question with other verb. Okay, so the verb here is cook. Okay, I cook all kinds of Italian food. And you? What do you do? I'm a tour guide. I work for JJB. Okay, so just to give an example. Okay, so as you can see, the conversation, as you can see in red. Okay, these are the WH questions that you can use. So there's a mixture of WH questions with the be verb, okay, and WH questions with other verbs. So in this conversation we have what's your name, okay, and what do you do, Mike, and what kind of food do you cook, and what do you do, okay. So these are WH questions, okay. So for homework, okay, let's go to homework now. So for homework, okay, as you can see here, there are basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different topics, okay. So the topic of name, age, live, hobbies, music, favorite food, and holiday place, okay. So for homework, okay, please make WH questions, okay, asking about these topics, okay. So for example, if you want to know someone's name, age, live, hobbies, music, favorite food, and holiday place, please make WH questions, okay. Okay, so that's basically Unit 1 of the textbook. This is the textbook, Unit 1 of Talk Time, okay. And I'll see you again in the next one when we do Part 2 of the next lesson, okay. Thank you. Okay, bye.